and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today. And this is our first card in this week's stamp set of the week, Adventurous Sky, which is this brilliant stamp set here. It's got 13 stamps in total. It also comes with amazing dies, and for that you've got 11. Excuse me. And the dies cut out all three planes. All three of the clouds, and then there's lots more which we will go through during the week. But first of all, I wanted to show you our normal printout of the stamp sets that we normally do. So as you can see, you've got 7 stamps and 6 sentiments. So we've got 3 clouds, 3 types of aeroplane, some fields or houses or road plan kind of thing. The sentiments you've got is "You're the best, plain as simple," "You always lift me up," "To my friend," "Flying by to say hi," "Happy Father's Day," and "Happy Birthday." So really good stamp set in total. The dies, as I said, cut out all these 3 planes, plus they cut out another plane that is not a stamp. So we'll show you that later in the week, hopefully. So let me bring back the card. So this card today, I have done a bit of watercolouring, but with our pencils. So let's see if I can bring it up. It's a little, there we go. So it's got a little bit of a watercolour effect there. So let me bring in the supplies and we can go through how to create the card. So today's card is 11.5 by 4 inches, scored at 5 3/4, and then we fold and burnish like so. We have a layer ring piece of 5 3/4, sorry, 3 3/4 by 5.5. That is in Old Olive. I have white piece of cardstock, which is 3.5 by 5 1/4. I then have a matching piece of Old Olive and a piece of white cardstock. Now this is 2 by 3.5, and this is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So as usual, most of the work is going to be done on the white cardstock. So the first thing to do is we're going to bring in our stamps. So I have got, she says, right, so I have got clouds, I have the fields, so they're the first things we're going to work on, and I'm going to stamp the clouds in Night of Navy. So I'm just going to tap that onto there, and I'm just going to do one about here. Oh no, I'm going to stamp it off first, then I'm going to go for one about here. Okay, then I stamp it again, stamp it off a bit down here, and ink it up, stamp it off, and one about there. Then I'm going to do something very similar with the Old Olive. So there's the Old Olive, and I'm going to take the field and I'm going to just stamp those across the bottom. So the first one, ink up, that will go along the bottom there, ink it up again. I'm going to turn it around this time and just bring it down here. Okay, so that works on the background piece. Then I'm going to bring the Night of Navy in again, and I'm just going to stamp a happy birthday in the bottom right hand corner as far down as possible, because I still want to have room to put the aeroplane on, or the biplane. So yeah, stamp up the happy birthday. Let's bring that down so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I'm just going to put, as I say, right down the very bottom right hand corner. There we go, and we have the happy birthday. That hopefully will allow me enough space to bring in the biplane, which I'm going to do in the basic grey. stamp up the plane, sorry, ink up the plane, and this is in the basic grey. Bring that over, and then I'm just going to make sure and lower it down. There we go, and we have our aeroplane. Now of course we can leave our aeroplane like it is, or as I've done in the card, this one here, I've actually penciled it up with my watercolour pencils. So I have got, so we've got basic grey and night of navy. Now there are two selections of watercolour pencils. Now unfortunately mine are all mixed up together, so I can't break it down for you, but you get a set which are £14 and a set which I believe are £18, and you get a mixture of really good, quite good colours in there. So let me show you the first thing to do. So with the basic grey, I'm just going to colour in my wings very gently. It doesn't actually have to be to the edges, it's just a rough go over like so. Then I do the same with the bottom. Try not to get the landing gear there. Okay, so I've coloured that in. Then I'm going to bring in the night of navy to colour in, oops, forgotten the wing down here at the bottom, and there. Then what I'm going to do, as I say, bring in the night of navy, and I'm just going to colour in the base of the plane, or the body of the plane, with this pen. As I say, these are watercolours. I'm not actually going to use a water brush to blend these in, and what I'm actually going to do is I am going to use my blender pen. They have two ends. You've got one and two, as you can see. One is slightly thinner than the other. They have a liquid in them that moves the paint, I want to say watercolor, but it's not, the pencil, move that around, so it makes it give you the watercolor blend. So when you pick up the ink, you simply move it around. I like to do it in a circular motion, but I believe you can do it, you know, you can string it across that way, and you're literally just moving the colors around on the biplane wings like so. Again, you can move it out to the edges, so the bits where you haven't coloured in obviously will be lighter, but it does give you that watercolour effect. Okay, and then we're going to come in and do exactly the same on the blue. And in a circular motion, we're just going to keep moving the night of navy round. I think you can probably see now. If I bring this up, let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Come on, camera, stop focusing on my arm. There we go. So if you can see, the top part of the plane is coloured in, and then the bottom part of the plane body is a little bit more blended, and that's what this blend pen actually does. So I suppose it's correctly named, really, blend pen. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that brings me in the blue. So what I'm going to do now is just wipe my blend pen like so till the colour is off, and then that can be used on the next colour again. But what I want to do is just make sure that the landing gear is done. Now I'm actually making a darker mark on these so that they stand out slightly better. Okay, so let's try that one with this. So you can see that the legs are, and the tyres or wheels are darker than the wings, and so they stand out better. Now once you've done the same with you've coloured in your clouds, it will look something like that, which is what I've already done. This then can be mounted onto our old olive. Go straight on like so, and again I'm going to use my multi-purpose, and that will just come on you. There we go, all the way down. That can be layered on the top. Come on. Let's make sure I've got that. I was just about to say I'm going to have to put the video on pause as somebody is coming up my driveway. I think I actually heard it before the dogs did, which is a miracle in itself, really. So they're not being too bad. If they do get too loud, I will put the video on pause and wait till whoever's at my front door has gone away. Right, there we go. Oh, Bootsy, you really do have a lot to say for yourself. Okay, so that can now be stuck down onto there, and what I'll do is I'm going to use my stamp and seal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not a good idea to stick it upside down. Let's get that as central as we possibly can. Brilliant. And then this one will go over the top like so, but I will raise it with dimensionals. So let's flip that over and pop the dimensionals each corner and one in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to take off the backing like so. Whoops, please don't stick back down. There we go. So it was my husband that's just arrived, so the dogs may go a little bit berserk again. We're just going to work out where that's going to go. There we are, look at that. And that. So quite a simple card for Monday morning, or Monday evening, should I say, not Monday morning. There we go. And we have the red and green version and the yellow and brown version. Still bring that down a bit more. There we go. Right, so I'm back again on Wednesday with our next card. So if you're free, do come and join me. I'd love you to see what we've got for our next card. But whatever you do for the rest of today, and until we catch up again, take care. Lots of love. Bye.